in my face, leather on my waist. Real street nigga, and I keep a 30K. Hit my first lick, and I found 30K.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another review, and it's going to be on The Power of Makeup by Nikki Tutorials. She came out with this palette with Too Faced not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to be reviewing it for you guys in this video. Make sure you stay till the end of the video because not only am I going to be swatching these, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this eyeshadow look. So if you're interested in all of that, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I went and picked up the palette at my local Sephora. I actually got it in JCPenney and it retailed for $56. So yes, I did buy this with my own money. This is the box. It's pink with gold and it's really cute. It's a leopard. It's so Nikki, and it says The Power of Makeup, Too Faced by Nikki Tutorials. And then on the back is all the ingredients of the makeup, the net weight, and everything that you get in the kit. This is what the palette looks like. It's very cute and slender, great for traveling. I love that, and it's the same as the box. And then also in the box you get this pouch with all the goodies in it. So if you have seen the YouTubers that got sent these items, I thought they got this for free as an additional, but no, when you buy the palette you do get all this other stuff. So this is it, and you get 9 shadows. As you can see, they're all cool toned, and I believe this palette was geared towards cooler skin tones. So with a person like me or darker, I mean, these colors could work, but you're gonna have to add in some other shades. So the first shade is Ivy. I did apply the Shadow Insurance primer. I'm gonna be totally unbiased with you guys because I did hear a lot of bad reviews on this palette, and these are initial swatches by me. So yeah, as you can see, Ivy is pretty sheer. I mean, it could be, on the bright side, it could be a great shade for setting as a base, especially for lighter skin tones. For darker skin tones, I think you can use this as a highlight maybe. With the brush swatch, it's okay. Medium coverage. Next shade I'm gonna go into is Sugar Coated. It's a very pretty pink shimmer color. As you can see with the finger swatch, it's coming up very pigmented, very pretty. It's an like an icy pink color. The brush swatch, not so much. It's very sheer. Like, as you can see, when I'm applying pressure and then pulling down, it gets more and more sheer. As far as a finger swatch, like if you're gonna apply to the eye, I would say this is great. The next shadow is Frosted Yum. It's the same thing, but it's silver. As you can see with the finger swatch, it's very pigmented. A great highlight color for the inner, like if you're doing a halo eye, I think that could be very pretty. As far as the brush swatch, as you can see, it's sheer, like the pigmentation is just not there. That's Frosted Yum. And then moving on, I'm going into Irresistible. It's a very pretty gold color. I could see this definitely as like applying to the face at the highest points. If you're like a woman of color like me or darker, I think that'd be a really pretty shade. It's going on very pretty with the finger swatch. But as far as the brush swatch, same thing. Just very sheer, not pigmented at all. So I would recommend that you, if you do have this palette or you do buy it, I would recommend that you use your finger to apply these colors. Going into Painkiller, I believe this is a very pretty transition shade. But as you can see on my skin, it looks kind of ashy to me. I'm gonna see if I can try to work with this in the tutorial some way as a transition color. If you're darker than me, I would say you could probably use Painkiller as a base on your eye, or like if you're doing a neutral cut crease, you could also use that on the base. That's something you could do. So the next color is another matte shade. It's Makeup and Chill. It's a pretty neutral brown color. As you can see, it's not too warm, but it's not too cool. Great pigmentation, very great pigmentation. Brush swatch, it's okay. Medium coverage, but these ones are very buildable, which is a good thing. The more you build, you'll get a really good payoff. The next color is Mystic Hour. It's this very pretty, like mysterious emerald green color. And swatching it with my finger, oh my gosh, it's probably my favorite shade out of the whole palette. As you can see, it swatches so beautifully. I can really see this as a base color, like how Makeup Shayla does. She always does her signature look where she'll like define the crease with a bunch of shades of brown, and then she'll add some kind of pop of color on the lid. As far as the pop of color, I would say this is really great for smoky eye look. Moving on into Wham Bam, which is a very pretty purple. It's a sheeny purple. It doesn't really have glitter in it like Sugar Coated Frosted Yum and Irresistible. I was pretty disappointed with the brush swatch. Just forget it because it didn't really come up. As you can see, very, very sheer, and I can't understand why. Something probably in the formula. I just feel like, you know, I'm almost down to the last shadow, but as I'm going through them, I'm just looking at them and the swatches are just not that pigmented, and I'm very surprised. So going into the last shadow, which is Wanted, it's a black color. As you can see from the swatch, it's not like jet black. It's more of a charcoal grayish black. I actually like that because when I'm doing like something maybe smoky or I want to intensify it a little, I like that I can have like a buildable black versus something that's boom, black, and then you gotta blend it. It's great if you don't want an eye look that's super, super intense. I mean, based off of all the swatches that you saw with the finger, I would say that they're pretty good, but with the brush swatches, they just did not swatch great at all, just being honest. So yeah, moving on to the blushes. These are them. They're 4 grams together, so that means 2 grams each you're getting of the blush. The first one I'm gonna go into is I Will Always Love You. It's a really pretty peach color. As you can see, it swatches a medium coverage, which is great because I don't really like some of the NYX blushes are super, super intense where you have to dip in extremely light so you don't get that much. So I like that these are kind of medium so you can like build on it. I can see myself using I Will Always Love You. I really love peach blushes. The next blush is Justify My Love. My camera actually died at the part when I explained the blush, but here are the swatches. I'm sorry guys. This is a pink blush. For the bronzer, this is Chocolate Soleil. It completely blends in with my skin tone. It's not very dark at all, so if you're darker than me, I would say this isn't gonna work on you, and it's most likely gonna look ashy, just being honest. So I'm gonna try this in the tutorial, but I don't think it'll show up. So the last thing I'm gonna go over is Champagne Truffle. This is supposed to be the highlight, and swatching this on my finger, I found it very very disappointing because if you watch Nikki, in all of her videos, her highlight is like beaming. Like every highlight she uses, it's beaming. It's just not showing up for me. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It's super, super sheer, and when I like rub it in more, like blend it in more, it just disappears. I think if you're lighter, this would be a great color for like a natural everyday look. If you just want like a sheer, maybe a sheer kind of highlight, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways. The next thing you get in the box is this pouch. And in this pouch, you get a couple of items that I showed you that was on the back of the box. Okay, the first thing I pull out is the Too Faced Power of Makeup Glamour Guide. And if you don't know, this is Nikki, very beautiful. And she includes step-by-step makeup looks that you can do with this palette. And I kind of like that because, like I said, to me, the colors are kind of inconsistent. I don't know, they're kind of, not inconsistent, but they're kind of just random. Like I said, compared to like, just throwing it out there, the Kylie palette, like how it's all bronze and it's like something you can work with. With the random shades in this one, I wouldn't really know what to do like if I'm trying to use everything in the palette, so I like that they include a guide that helps you with that. The next thing that you get is the Too Faced Sketch Marker, and I believe this is a staple in their baseline. And judging from the swatch, as you can see, it doesn't bleed at all, or mine doesn't at least, because I've seen in a couple YouTube videos that some of their sketch markers bled. And as you can see, I did it on the back of my hand and there was no bleeding whatsoever. And it dries matte as well, so I actually really like this pen. I guess some of the other videos that I watched, they just got a bad pen, I'm not sure. The next thing that you get is a Too Faced glitter, and it's called Glitterally, so that's pretty cool. And opening it up from other reviews, I know it doesn't have a sifter on it, so be very careful. And as you can see, it's just a beautiful tube of like silver glitter. It has some dimension to it, so I really like that. But yeah, just be careful opening that up. The next thing that you get that I talked about using earlier is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. It's 24-hour anti-crease. This is a staple product in their line, and it's one of the best sellers that they have. So that's really cool. That's something that you get. And then lastly, you're getting a Better Than Sex mini mascara, and this is in the color purple. So keep that in mind, it's not black. But I'm gonna try to incorporate this in the look in the tutorial just to see how it works. And this is everything that you get with the Nikki Tutorials Power of Makeup kit. You get all of these goodies plus the palette. So that's why I think why they justify the price to be $56. Now to me, do I think it's worth $56? I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna cut to the mini tutorial right now just to see how the shadows blend on my eyes. Like I said, most of the shadows, well, pretty much all of the shadows in the palette, including the blushes and bronzers and highlight, they're more geared towards buildable powders. I think what's making me not like it is the fact that the price is $56. And to me, I wouldn't want to pay $56 for sheer shadows, if you get me. Because I do use the Morphe palettes all the time, and those were only $14, and you get, I believe, 30 shades in that. I mean, that's just what's running through my mind, and those are very pigmented. So anyways, I'm gonna jump right into the eye makeup tutorial. I'm just gonna go with it, no rhyme or reason. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump to that right now. My final thoughts have definitely changed. I actually love this palette, guys. Like, when I started applying the matte shadows to my eye, oh my gosh, everything just blended out so easily. Like, I didn't even have to try hard. I'm not even sure if that's because of the primer or the shadows, or both. Like, when I applied the black, it actually blended in really well. And also, I did not expect that much pigmentation, because I'm just like, bitch, where were you when I was swatching you? Where were you when I needed you for this review? You feel me? Like, bro, I can't even get how it swatched, you know, I'm just gonna be real. I can't get how it swatched really bad on my hands, yet when you use your makeup brushes, they actually blend really well. The only thing that I would say is with the shimmer shadows, you do need to use your finger to get better payoff, kind of like the ColourPop shadows. Because when I was using it with the flat brush, it was just coming off sheer, kind of like in the swatches. So that's one thing, but honestly, with that finger action, that shadow came up A1. So with the blushes, I actually didn't really like them. As a personal preference, honestly, I felt like it came off not that very pigmented. And also, there's a lot of shimmer in these blushes. Like, when I use I Will Always Love You, it actually had a lot of goldish reflex in it, which I like. Highlight, trust me, I love highlight, but when I'm applying blushes, I don't like any shimmer in it because I do get acne, and when you have a blush that has shimmer in it, it's gonna emphasize your impurities. So that's why I don't like having it all over here, especially in person. As for the highlight champagne truffle, I don't know, you guys are gonna have to tell me like what you think. It's really, for me, it's really nothing special. It's okay. Just on my skin tone, I think it might look better on someone lighter. But yeah, it's very soft and very gentle. But overall, I do love the kit. Mainly the shadows is what you're really paying for. And they're actually really great when you test it out. That's why I always recommend when you're gonna buy something, don't just go off swatches. Like, make sure you go into the Sephora, you go into the Ulta, and ask someone there if you can have it tested on your eyes just to see how it actually comes up. Because as you guys saw in the video, like, the shadows worked beautifully together. As for everything you get in the little baggie, you get a full-size eyeshadow primer, which is great. You get a full-size felt tip eyeliner pen, which is awesome. It's very great for beginners who are trying to learn how to do winged eyeliner. You get a full-size glitter, a universal glitter that works with all of the shadows that you can put on top. And then you get a sample size Better Than Sex mascara. But yeah, guys, overall, the whole kit is definitely worth it. So if you're thinking about going out and get this, like, do it. Because honestly, it's exclusive and it's for Nikki Tutorials. Like, she's amazing and I definitely support her all the way. She's such a sweet person. Also, I did change the lashes to velour lashes because you can see the eyeshadow better. I thought the other ones were a bit too dramatic, so you couldn't really see what was going on. If you are interested in seeing a more in-depth tutorial on this quick eyeshadow look, I can definitely record that for you guys and put that up as a tutorial. Just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, that's the end of this review. If you enjoyed watching this, please give it a thumbs up. Sorry it was so long, but I wanted to make sure that I went into detail on everything in this palette because there was a lot of controversy with it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, guys. That helps me out too. And I just want to say thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers. It is freaking mind-blowing. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of your guys' support and I hope to keep growing as I continue my YouTube journey. Happy October and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.